What's going on, guys? Phil here from Custom Offsets TV on the YouTube. And recently I did something pretty freaking cool, sort of. I'll explain that more later. But everybody has this negative stigma with Chinese wheels and Chinese wheel factories, and everybody wants to know, are they really that bad? And we went there, so we can tell you. So I recently had the opportunity to go to China and check out the wheel manufacturing process, and I learned a ton about Chinese wheels. So first things first, just about every wheel is made overseas, whether that be China or Taiwan or any country over that direction. So yeah, I mean, we aren't like huge fans of that either, and it would be great if everything was made in America, but like wheels are already pretty expensive, and we all know if they were made here, it would spike costs like crazy, and there's some more stuff that you find out that may make you feel a little better about it anyway. So my first impression of China itself was like, holy cow, this place is dirty. I always wanted to visit, but I don't know if I would ever go back for a vacation, at least not to a major city. So we flew into Shanghai, and then we took about a 4-hour drive with crazy traffic over to Shenzhou to actually tour the factory, and this is where I got surprised. I expected a dark, dirty, dingy factory like what I had seen on previous YouTube videos, but I was wrong. The wheel manufacturing process itself is pretty dirty, but I stepped in the warehouse portion of this factory first, and it was shockingly clean, like cleaner than the streets of the city. We walked through the warehouse and saw a ton of wheel brands that we were familiar with, some that were even competitors of others that were all under the same roof, which was interesting, which brings me to the first point. There aren't that many factories that make the wheels that you and I like. It takes some special equipment to make these 24x14s and 26x14s and so on, so there's just a handful of places that will actually do it and do it well. This means that you'll find a lot of the popular brands all being made at the same factories, and I know we've told you how wheels are made before, but now I can actually show you the process. We took a look at their giant furnace incinerator, big fiery thing, and what stuck out here that there was no safety. Like, no one wore safety glasses, and they kept encouraging me to get closer and closer to this giant vat of molten metal as there were chunks flying out, and I'm basically just lucky I still have eyebrows. The molten metal is primarily aluminum, but as you may or may not know, 99.99999% of wheels are an aluminum alloy. And Google tells me that an alloy is a metal made by combining 2 or more metallic elements, especially to give greater strength or resistance to corrosion. So there's that. Science, bitch. So basically, these dudes over there are mixing up a couple of chemicals and a couple of metals to get the perfect blend for strength and resistance to corrosion and all that fun wheel stuff. And when it comes to science, there's actually another thing that really impressed me from this Chinese wheel factory. They have a ton of tests going on to make sure the alloys form correctly and that everything stays strong. They even have an X-ray machine to check out the structure of the wheels after they are cast. They pay really close attention to the blend of metals. A good example is magnesium. So magnesium is great for resisting corrosion and oxidization, but if you have too much magnesium, your wheels would basically be super unstable and would be prone to catching fire. And it would take a lot of magnesium for that to actually happen, but you get my point. If you've never seen magnesium lit on fire, it burns super, super hot and fast. My freshman year chem teacher taught me this. What's up, Mr. Ryan? When it comes to the actual casting, this factory doesn't make just wheels, but it looks like that's probably a major part of their business. They also cast the transmission housings for the bullet trains that run all over the country at like 200 miles an hour, which is pretty neat. They have gravity casting, which is no bueno for wheels, and low pressure casting, which is what a majority of wheel manufacturers are using these days. For this low pressure casting, picture like a hot glue gun filling a mold, except the glue gun would be filled with molten metal. The molds get pumped full, and then the metal hardens, it gets popped out, cooled down, and then tossed on a conveyor belt where it heads to the next step. From there, wheels are deburred and cleaned up a little bit, and then a rough center bore is drilled, and finally, the wheels get most of the rough overcast areas taken off. From there, the wheels start to look pretty similar to a finished product, just in a raw finish. They're loaded up into a big CNC machine that does all the initial milling, machines the hub bore and the bolt pattern, and takes off all the ridges from casting. Now, things will get a little bit different depending on the finish, but like a black and milled wheel will get fully painted black, then milled again, then cleared, then it gets cleaned multiple times in the process before it finally gets clear coated the final time. Ta-da, your wheel's made. So now all that's left to do is just throw it in a box, which is a process in and of itself, but hey, you made it in another video. Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Like I was saying, now all that's left to do is throw it in the box, which is a process in and of itself, blah, 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 blah. But I'm not gonna bore you about the cardboard and corrugated details. And yes, there is a difference. Shout out to my dad for working in the paper industry. What up, Pops? He'll never actually see this because he doesn't have a Facebook, but whatever. The rest of my time was spent checking out some more of their testing process, like this vibration test where they shake the living hell out of the wheel, or the drop test where they drop, I believe it's 1 ton, onto the wheel with a tire mounted onto it to see how it holds up hitting curbs on the road when your girlfriend borrows your truck, or jumping ditches, your call. The facility we were at has some pretty high standards since they not only make aftermarket wheels, but OEM ones too. Overall, I know I learned a lot on this trip, and now you should hopefully have an idea of what it looks like inside of a major wheel factory. Let me know what you think. Did this change your opinion on Chinese wheels? Good, bad, indifferent? Drop your comments below. Peace. Oh, and subscribe too. Do I have to say peace again? Peace.